Hey, what's up everybody, this is Muth24, and today I'm going to be finally doing my review of the Master Grade Strike Gundam. This is the Aile Strike variant, and I apologize for having it take me so long to upload this. I've been pretty busy lately, but anyways, it is completed. My customization with this kit, it's not finished yet, but I figured I'd do the review since I have the actual model kit itself done. Basically what I plan on doing with this guy eventually is running some LEDs into his head and then making him light up in the eyes. But until that point, this is what I've got. So let's get right into it. The box art on this guy is pretty cool. It's just the Strike up in space above the Archangel, getting ready to fire his rifle. The box is really big, a lot bigger than I was expecting it to be. The side gives you some shots of the Strike on the included action base, the Aile Striker pack, his armor Schneiders, rifle and shield, and the other side is more shots of the Gundam himself, poseability, inner frame, etc. You do have one of the cardboard inserts with this kit, and it also is very sizable. It's just the Strike Gundam standing there, and then you've got the very small Kira Yamato figure in the corner there. But this is kind of cool to include, but at the same time it's so huge I honestly don't know what I'm going to do with it. I kind of want to keep it, but I don't know where it's going to go. So we'll see about that. But let me crank the camera down on the tripod here a second. And this is the Strike Master Grade itself. The armor is pulled off on one side, so I can show the inner frame and the suit itself at the same time here. But for colors, you get right out of the box, and I didn't really paint anything but the scope on the rifle. The colors you're going to get are what they come with in the box. So you get the blue for the chest and the front of the crotch piece. You get red for the lower torso, the feet, and the middle piece in the V-fin there. You get gray for much of the inner frame, as well as some of the outer bits there, and then you get white for a lot of the body, as well as the yellow for the tips of the... Oh, I guess it's not really a V-fin on this guy, is it? It's like a double V-fin, I don't know. But, anyway, so I mean, there's not a ton of color variation on this guy, but at the same time, I think it works for the kit. Now, poseability you're going to get with this guy, the head does rotate 360 pretty easy. You're going to have to lift his chin up a little bit on the back there because the collar on the side of the neck does go up a little bit higher. You're going to get an up and down motion off the ball joint, and then there's a hinge underneath, so you can get the chicken sort of a head movement. The torso is on one big ball joint, and it can rotate side to side, and then kind of wiggle back and forth like that. The arms have a hinge here that moves up and down, as well as the peg at the arm, so they can rotate 360 very easily on either arm, whether you have the inner frame by itself or the outer armor. The shoulders also flip open a little bit to show some of the inner mechanical pieces. Obviously, you can see a lot more without the armor on, and if you wanted to, you could go ahead and detail that extra. But I haven't yet. I might go ahead and do that. But that's kind of a cool little feature. Although the arms are really the only place where you get that. The arms will rotate below the shoulder, no problem on either side, going 360. Without the armor on, they will bend 180 very easily, and with the armor on, they bend pretty much 180. The wrist is a ball joint, so you can rotate 360, wiggle it around. Same thing on the other side. And it's not like the handguard is going to change your poseability all that much. The hand is a ball joint thumb with the single trigger finger and then the other 3 fingers attached to each other. There are no pegs on the inside of either hand, which is a bit unfortunate considering he doesn't hold the rifle very well. We'll get to that when we get to the accessories portion. The side skirts can rotate a little bit, and they do open up so you can store the armor Schneiders in there. The front skirts are on separate ball joints, and these are particularly loose, I find. I mean, it helps for when you're posing him with his legs like out or something like that, but they do kind of flail around. If you're trying to put him in more of a flying pose, it's not really going to help all that much. But, oh, I forgot. The arms, when you put them out to the sides, they will go up about that high, so you do get plenty of poseability in that department. The back skirt is on a bar, like a swivel bar, so it will move a little bit. Actually, yeah, about that far. Sorry, the back part was a little bit loose there. The legs, with the front skirt armor being as, movable as it is, can go about that far forward. And with the back skirt armor being able to move a little bit, can go about that far backwards. The legs can bend pretty much 180, no problem. And this knee piece is on a hinge, so it can bend along with the leg to make it look more uniform, which is nice. It can also bend 180, no problem on that side. And if you notice there, when you move... Oops. Ankle guard's coming off. Okay. When you move the leg with the armor on, this upper part in the thigh moves automatically, which is really cool. Makes it look more mechanical, kind of reminiscent of some of the old, well, I guess not old, all perfect grades in that regard, but yeah, definitely like a big improvement over the old master grades. The legs, or sorry, the feet, there's a ball joint at the upper ankle there, and then there is a ball joint on the foot, which allows both parts to wiggle, and then you can get some good poses out of the feet and everything. And then this toe piece does bend up, so you can have him, I don't know, in a running pose or something like that, and you're going to have no problems doing that on the other foot because there's really not that much armor in the way of the foot. And then the ankle guard does move up and down. This is also kind of loose. It's just on like 2 little tiny slots that aren't that thick on either end, so it's just kind of sitting in there. If it pops off, though, it's not that hard to get back into place. So that is basically it for poseability. Overall, it's pretty good. A definite improvement over older master grades, and I think I'm going to cut it off at this point and come check back with part 2, and I will go over the decals, accessories, and the instruction manual, as well as the action bases included.